Now listening to the 11:30 podcast. Enjoy the show. Yo, what it do, everybody? It's your man Dre, aka Dre on Wheels. Y'all already know what it is. Welcome back, everyone, to the 11:30 podcast. What's good, everybody doing out there on this beautiful Wednesday, you guys, man? I'm back at it. You already know. You know what time it is. It's not 7:30. It's 11:30. It's time for the podcast, you guys. Good morning to everyone who's listening to me on EB Radio this morning. And for those who are tuning back in on YouTube, speaking of YouTube, y'all already know, man. For everyone who's new to the podcast, make sure you subscribe, like, leave a comment, and do all that great stuff. And don't forget to follow the 11:30 podcast on all social media platforms. But you guys, like I said, it's Wednesday. It's time for the 11:30 podcast. I got an amazing guest that's joining me here this week on the show, you guys. Yes, business owner, entrepreneur, and podcaster Brittany Harris. Yes, you guys, she's joining me here, as you can see right now. We're gonna be chopping it up about her awesome business, her coffee business, her dope podcast, and how she came up with the podcast and everything, man. We're gonna dive into all that. It's gonna be fun here on the 11:30 podcast this week. But before we get into the show, shout out my guest who was on last week, Plump Queen, and my guy RG. Thank you for coming on the show. Speaking of the show, we ain't gonna waste no more time. Brittany Harris, how's it going?
It's going good. How are you?
I'm doing wonderful. Thank you for coming on the 11:30 podcast this week. How's everything?
Everything is going. It's going. I'm gonna just say that. I mean, it's a crazy time to be alive right now, but for the most part, everything is all right.
Okay, yeah, it's a crazy time to be alive, but
yeah,
hey, as long as we're alive, we blessed, we here, we gotta be grateful and thankful. So I'm thankful for that, though. I know you are. How life treating you, though?
Everything is going good. I'm working, and I say that because that'll kind of tie into how I got started with my podcast further along down the line. But I'm working, kids are healthy, husband's healthy. Everything is going okay, but you ever get that feeling like when stuff is going a little bit too well, and you're just like, just like, oh shit, what's getting ready to happen? Am I allowed to curse? I'm so sorry.
No, you're fine.
Oh, okay. Yeah, well, you know how things are going well, and then you're just like, I don't know, like what's getting ready to happen. So that's kind of where I am right now, but I'm just trying to think positive thoughts. Nothing bad is going to happen. So that's where I'm at.
Yeah, nothing bad is going to happen. I understand you're going with your intuitions, though, but you gotta have all positive thoughts, though. All positive thoughts. Where you from?
Yeah, definitely. So actually, I was born in Tennessee. Okay. And then after my parents separated, we moved to Indiana, graduated from high school. Then I ended up joining the military, and now I'm here in Houston. So I don't really have like a home per se, but I was born in Tennessee. Yeah.
Okay, cool. You said you was in the military. How was that experience?
It was rough, but I got through it, and I got through it honorably. So, I mean, that's all that matters. But yeah, it was difficult at times. I was actually in the Navy, but it's just another thing that you get through. And I mean, that's pretty much it. It was all right, though.
Okay, that's cool. Yeah. That's cool. I have a couple of guests who come on and they pass, times that, they were in the military and the armies and stuff like that. So I appreciate that, and thank you for your service and everything you're doing. Before my listeners and viewers who joining me this week who's not familiar with you, can you tell them something about you, though?
Okay, so again, my name is Brittany Harris, and let me see. I am a business owner, but I also work a regular 9-to-5 too, y'all. Like, I'm out here struggling, getting it just like everybody else. I'm real laid back, real chill, just a little bit introverted, but I talk and conversate when need be. But yeah, I'm pretty laid back. I'm not really out there per se.
So you stick to yourself though. You don't really bother no one.
No, I stick to myself. It's less drama that way. It's less drama that way. And if I didn't have my podcast or didn't have my business going on, I wouldn't be on any social media, like nothing. I'd be
Hmm.
incognito.
Yeah, I
So,
know what you're saying. I look at. I know
yeah.
what you're saying. I stay in the house. If I'm out with
Mm-hmm.
babe or podcasting or something like that, I'm chilling. I'm not trying to
Yeah.
be in nobody club. No drama, none of
Yeah.
that.
No
So
drama. Yeah.
yeah, got some things going on. But you said you're working right now though.
Mm-hmm.
We was going to get into it a little bit later on though. But your podcast is called "Fuck the Boss" though, and I'm
Yeah.
glad you're working now because you weren't working previously, right? Because of the concept of how you started the podcast.
Yeah. So let me tell you what happened.
I'm listening.
So I used to work in the mortgage industry, and when I first got started, I was killing it, closing my loans, getting the bonuses, just killing it, making
Mhm.
money. And I don't know what happened, but there was like a little shift to where I wasn't getting assigned as much work as I normally would. But I was just like, hey, you know what? I'm new to the industry. Maybe, shit is slowing down. I don't know. I'm new to home loans and all of this shit. But,
Mhm.
anyways, I could just sense like something was in the air, like something was going to happen. Like I couldn't really put my finger on it, but I just knew. Like I pay attention to everything. And I
Mhm.
pay attention to, people's tones and emails, just everything. I pay attention to it all and I just store it and I, just think about it. And I just knew that something was coming. And then probably I want to say it was November 10th. I can't remember. Maybe that was a Wednesday or some shit. I can't remember. But on November 10th,
Mhm.
I got this email and it was an invite to a Zoom call.
Okay.
And I'm like, damn, I'm like, this is kind of weird. Like, it's Wednesday. We normally do our team meetings on, whatever day. And then when I started going through the names, I was like, oh, my managers, my direct reports are not even on here. It's like the higher ups with like 50 something other people. So I'm like,
Right.
what the hell is this about? And so the email is titled, business update group number two. So I'm like, group number two. So then that means there was a group number one. So I'm IMing my bitch ass manager, excuse my language, but I'm emailing and IMing her ass like, yo, what is this meeting about? What is it about? What is the meeting about? Tell me why. I get on the call and our VP, she comes on and she's basically like, oh, the industry is changing. So, we're going to be letting you guys go. Thank you for your service. And after this call, your access is going to be, cut off. And I kid you not, they cut that shit, sent us an email, and would like send us our computers and stuff back. And here's your last check. Don't worry about logging in, and you're done. And I sat there, I was like, I just got fired? Like that's never happened to me. I'm like, I just got like me after they were
Mm.
telling me that I was a top performer. You have nothing to worry about. You're great. You're hitting your goals. You're doing this. You're doing that. Don't worry, Brittany. We got you. No, I was fired with about 50 other people. So literally hours after I got fired, I started my podcast and I just started putting it out there. And what's crazy is the first guest that I had was like a white dude from Alabama. And
Mm.
I'm like, that's so crazy because I don't, like I said, I'm introverted. I don't really be talking to people like
Yeah.
that. But my podcast has given me the ability to talk to all different kind of people from all different kinds, all
Hmm.
different walks of life. And
Yeah.
we're all going through the same shit. Like we're all getting fired, we're all getting laid off, we all hate our managers, we all hate our bosses. Like
Hmm.
it's crazy. So that's how I came up with fuck the boss.
Yeah.
So yeah,
once
that's
I saw
it.
once I saw the title, I was like, okay, this plain and simple though. But I really enjoyed the
Yeah.
first episode, and I enjoyed the concept of the name because, like you said, once the pandemic and the coronavirus, all that, started, and everyone was getting
Mm-hmm.
laid off, everyone was getting fired, and everyone was forced to
Yeah.
work from home. So to be working for a company for 5 to 10, 20 years, hell, my mom, who was,
Mm-hmm.
working as a housekeeper at a restaurant, not a restaurant, so, excuse me, at a hotel, and she lost her job. So
Yeah.
it stings to those who've been there for so long, and like you said, been told that, oh yeah, you this and you're that, and we want to
Mm-hmm.
bring you in for this, but that's it. Like, really? Like,
Yeah. I could not believe it. And you know what's crazy, Drake? Like that same company, they they just laid off another wave of people on the first. And then prior to those people being laid off, it was another group in early January. So I don't know what's happening, what's going on, but I'm like, just y'all, my thing is transparency. Y'all are small enough to tell us exactly what's going on. I'd rather you be upfront and be like, yo, shit's getting ready to hit the fan. Nobody's buying houses anymore. It's not working out. Everybody prepare. I'd rather you be upfront than to be laying people off, 2 weeks before Thanksgiving or, a couple of weeks before Christmas and things like that. It's just really shady. It's
yeah,
really shady.
yeah.
And yeah, it was horrible.
You said you were prepared for this. You were prepared, and all your coworkers was just shocked. How were you so prepared, and how did you get through that time?
So, really, just picking up, being aware. Being in the military, they teach you to be aware of your surroundings, keep your head on a swivel at all times. I still do that to this day, even though I've been out for years, but I still do that. And I apply that, especially at work, because you can't trust nobody at work. But just being in tune to what is going on around you and not just don't just focus on what's in front of you. You need to focus on what's going on over here, what's going on over there, what's going on back there. And I could just kind of tell, like, things went from, oh, Brittany, you're doing great, you're doing amazing. Here's, 6, 7 loans a day to like 1 or 2 a week. Like, and that's messing up my money. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah,
just just paying attention to the little shit that people do. And if you think you're going crazy, 9 times out of 10, you're not. Like, that's your instinct. And what's crazy is a lot of people, when we got on the call, I already knew what it was.
yeah,
But for a lot of other people, they didn't. And it's like, you can't operate in life like that. Like, you got to be ahead at all times.
yeah,
So I was able to get through it though. Like I said, I'm always prepared. So luckily, I had a few connects in the old industry that I worked in, and I was able to find a job within like I got fired on Wednesday. I had a job by Friday, so I was good. But I know a lot of my other coworkers were not so lucky. I'm gonna say
yeah.
that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
a lot of people wasn't, lucky to find a job, or whether, they were business owners to keep their business
Mm-hmm.
open and stuff like that. So yeah, it's crazy out here. It really is.
Yeah.
Time is really crazy, and it don't even matter how much time you put in. You know,
Mm-hmm.
you could spend with someone, or to be at a place like a job in 20 years and just be fired just for, you know,
Gone.
and
Yeah.
yeah, in the business, and whether they trying to, cut down on taxes or money or whatever the case may be, business is booming though. But they just don't
Mm-hmm.
want to. They just don't want to have all these other people though.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
True.
That's crazy. But you guys, man, we're gonna move on here on the podcast. You guys, it's time for the 11:30 podcast hot seat. Yes. Okay. It's time for the hot seat. Brittany, I got 6 questions for you. I'm gonna put you in the hot seat, and we're gonna roll with
Oh
it. You ready?
gosh.
Oh,
Okay.
oh, all right. All right.
Okay.
What is the biggest change you want to make to your in your life?
The biggest change. That's a good question. Um, I'm gonna say my mental health. Okay, I'm gonna give you a couple. I'm gonna say my mental
Okay.
health. I'm gonna say my financial status. I'm going to say my weight, and I'm in the. Let me see. I said financial status already. Yeah, mental health, financial status, and my weight. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Are you okay mentally?
Um, if I'm being completely transparent, not all the time. I'm not even going to sit up here and act like I got it all figured out because I
Right.
don't. I
Right.
struggle a lot with that sometimes, especially with, being a business owner and working. It's just, it can get tough sometimes when you're just hoping that things pan out and they don't, or they're
Mm-hmm.
not working fast enough.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so, yeah,
Okay. Okay. I
yeah.
definitely dig that. I definitely dig that. I thought I asked that because we all need someone to speak up or ask, are you
Hmm.
okay, or are you doing mentally, because people could be definitely suffering, um, and you wouldn't even know. You wouldn't
Yeah,
even know.
that's true.
Okay. Should people care more about doing the right thing or doing things right?
What kind of question is that? Hold on, let me see. Mm, can I say a little bit of both?
Okay. Okay. Why?
I'm going to say a little bit of both. You definitely want to make sure that your integrity level is ultra, ultra high and you're doing the right thing even when nobody's looking. But I don't know. Sometimes doing the right thing requires you to cut corners, I guess. Oh my gosh, I sound hella shady. I'm really not, though. I'm really a good person. I promise.
I believe you. I believe you're a good person, though. But
I
hey, that's
really
life.
am, but
Yeah,
yeah, so
that's
that's
life.
my answer.
Okay. 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 Cool. 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 What did you find most difficult about growing up?
um, I am going to say the most difficult thing about growing up, I'm going to say self love.
Mm.
Um, yeah, I'm going to say self love, and that how I grew up is now taking a toll on. It's not. I'm not going to say not. I'm not going to say taking a toll. I'm going to say it is affecting how I parent. Um,
Okay.
yeah, but I'm going to say self love. If you have children, please hug your children and tell your children that you love them and that they're beautiful and that you're happy that they're here, and instill those characteristics in them that will grow into them loving themselves. Encourage your child. I didn't get that when I was younger, and I'm still struggling with that, but I have kiddos of my own. So I'm finding myself telling my daughter, "Oh, you're so beautiful. You have beautiful hair. You have beautiful this." And, the same thing with my son. So, yeah, that's my answer.
Okay, I definitely dig that. I like that. I
Yeah.
had a guest a couple of times on the podcast that always said, uh, "Parents, are not perfect." I'm a soon to be parent too. Also, I'm about to
Hmm.
be a dad this August, and I definitely
Yay.
understand. Yes, yes, I definitely understand what you're saying, because I always had the motto to, you know, s- you know, self love is everything. I got love for my
Hmm.
mom, and certain people out here didn't get that, and they
Yeah.
is ruining them to have relationships with other people to this day and stuff. So I definitely understand what you're saying, though. And self love for me, though, as a kid, I did battle that, because, like I said, I talked about it numerous of times of me just having a disability, and just was not just comfortable with myself, and how the world
Hmm.
could be so judgmental, and
Yeah.
so like, yeah, and didn't come to and find myself and stuff like that. So I definitely understand what you're saying. Self love
Yeah.
is important, you guys, for real. Is important. Okay, what do we think we owe each other as human beings?
Damn. Compassion, honesty, uh, decent communication skills. Um, Let me see. What else? Kindness. I mean, just it's not that hard to be nice.
Mm-hmm.
It's really not.
Yeah.
Um, Let me see what else. I'm gonna just leave it there. Like just the basic treat others the way you want to be treated, whole deal. What is that? The golden rule, right?
Yeah. Treat others the way you want to be treated. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I agree. I definitely agree. You definitely respect and everything that you just said. Because everybody don't think the way you do, and others
Hmm.
is just it's real cricket people in the world. Put it like that. So
Yeah, I
to the
agree.
good ones, treat others like you want to be treated. Though. Okay. What is an unpopular opinion you hold?
Oh no, don't ask me. Okay, hold on. Mm, that is a good question. Um, and it can be in regards to anything.
Anything. Anything.
Um, Damn, that's a good question.
Hmm.
I'm trying to think. I don't even know. I'm going to say I kind of think I hope don't nobody get mad, but I kind of think that Beyonce is overrated. I do think she's talented. I do think she's talented. Um, but for people to be worshiping her like a god, absolutely not. So I'm just gonna leave it there.
Okay, that sounds like a safe answer. Safe answer. Safe in the pocket right there. Okay, Beyonce is Beyonce, and I really don't pay too
Yeah.
much attention to Beyonce,
Mm.
but that's Beyonce. Okay, all right. What do you feel most proud of?
Uh, I am going to say I feel most proud of my accomplishments in life. I think I've done everything right. Um, and me being real calculated and, just really planning for the future has allowed me to get to this point, which
Mm,
I foresee taking me to the next level. So, being financially stable, being self employed, that is my goal that I'm
yeah.
working on right now, being self employed. So, um, yeah, I would have to say my accomplishments.
Okay. Your
Yeah.
accomplishments. Okay, yeah, that's definitely on the list though. You got to be most proud of your
Yeah.
accomplishments, especially if ain't nobody gonna be celebrating yourself. You better celebrate
Yes. Yeah.
you all the way, cause you know the shade could be real out here,
Hmm.
man, for real. But
Hmm.
you guys, we having fun here on the 11:30 podcast. I have my amazing guest Brittany Harris, entrepreneur, business owner, and podcaster of a dope podcast called "Fuck the Balls." For real, we all got that balls that we just want to be like, you know what, man. Just want to slap that boss or whatever like that. Then you got the employee who always acting like they the boss. It's
Mm.
just they the worst though. They the worst.
Yeah.
But you guys, fuck the balls. Brittany Harris, tell everyone where they can catch your awesome podcast at and when new episodes drop.
So my podcast is actually available everywhere. So Spotify, Apple, Good Pods, it's available everywhere. And I try to drop episodes every Monday. I gotta be honest though, I have not dropped any new episodes because I've been, consumed with other things, but I'm hoping and praying that I can get back to it as soon as possible because I do miss podcasting. I really, enjoy talking to all the different people. So
Yeah. Yeah, it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun. Well, the links will be down below for everyone who's watching here on YouTube and for those who are
mhm.
listening on EB Radio. If you want to check out her awesome podcast, because like you said and like you said earlier, everyone has been through the similar situation. But you guys, man, we're gonna keep it moving on here on the 11:30 podcast. Like I said, an awesome guest, Brittany Harris. We're gonna continue chopping it up after the small commercial break. You guys, the quick commercial break. I'm always tongue tied, always excited here on the podcast. But we're gonna take a quick commercial break, and when we come back on the other side, I got the WTF moment. We're gonna continue chopping it up with Brittany Harris about an awesome business. Man, all that and more, man. For real, you're listening and you're watching to the 11:30 podcast. You dig?
YouTube TV is a reinvented way to watch TV. No wires, no boxes, and unlimited DVR.
Wait, unlimited DVR?
Yeah, that's right.
I'm worried what that much power might do to me.
Okay. YouTube TV has real-time highlights to catch up on the game if you miss anything.
I actually like missing things. My team's awful.
Well, it also has personalized recommendations, so no more scrolling endlessly.
But scrolling endlessly lets me reject things.
Yeah, but...
Reject.
You don't need to sign an annual contract to watch YouTube TV.
What's wrong with signing contracts? I love signing contracts.
No, it's just...
Contracts are the best.
Okay.
Signing an annual contract almost makes me feel like I'm a professional athlete.
Oh boy. You can watch YouTube TV on any device.
TV is for TVs. TV on the phone is just unnatural.
No, don't do that. Don't...
It was unforgivable what you said about contracts.
Sorry.
What you did? Let me blame my phone.
You made him blend his phone.
Look, it's only $65 a month.
But my whole identity is built on overpaying for things.
Why do you want to take away his identity?
I don't.
Hey, I like overpaying for things.
Can we get another round?
All right, that's enough. Look, you should try YouTube TV for free. It's everything live TV should be.
Yo, what up? This your boy Kenneth Stones, aka Coffee Weaston.
This your boy D.O.E. Good Brother Bowl.
And we are the Dirty Hills. You already know, man. You tuning in to 11:30 podcast. Not 7:30, but 11:30.
Dude, that's my job. Not 7:30, but 11:30.
Yeah. And you have been Dirty Hills approved.
Yo, we back here on the 11:30 podcast. Appreciate everyone sticking with me throughout the short commercial break. Having fun and chopping it up with entrepreneur, business owner, and podcaster Brittany Harris here on the 11:30 podcast this week. But before the break, we was also chatting about how Brittany Harris is a business owner, and she has a own coffee shop, her own coffee thing going on called Roastic Coffee Company. Can you tell everyone about your awesome business? Because I was checking it out and it looks really, really amazing.
Yeah, so this is actually my second business. My first one failed. So yeah, this is my second business, and I actually just launched it a week ago today. So it's our 1 week birthday. It is an online coffee store, and I have, infused coffees and kind of coffee accessories and things like that. So I absolutely love coffee. I don't know about you, but coffee makes me feel hella important. Like, it makes me feel like an adult. So I was like, when I was looking to start another business, I was like, you can't get no better than coffee. Like, who doesn't drink coffee? So yeah, like I said, just started a week ago today, and I'm so thrilled and just so excited. And like I said before, my first business was ultra failure. Well, I don't want to say ultra failure, but I failed. So I'm taking everything that I learned from that experience and I'm implementing it here. And so far, everything is going really, really well. So I hope to be as big as Starbucks one day. Maybe.
Hey, you will. And
I'm
look
hoping.
at failure is all a part of the journey. It's all a part of the
Yeah.
journey. It's just how you continue to get back up. As far as me though, I think I'm gonna raise my hand on that one. I'm not a coffee lover. I think my mom.
What?
I know. I shouldn't have said it. But my mom kind of like ruined coffee for me as young because I could not stand the smell of it. It was just, it's horrible. My fiance always trying to get me to drink it though. Every night. She was like, babe,
Yeah.
taste this. Babe, taste this. I'm like, no, I don't want to do it though.
What?
Yeah. What's your favorite type of coffee?
So right now, for whatever reason, I've been killing iced coffees, like just back to back to back. But I take it either way, iced, hot, whatever. I love it. So
Oh, okay.
yeah.
What led you on to doing this? Was it a passion of yours or?
So I would have to say it kind of ties into when I had got fired. Like my morning routine was totally shot because I was so used to getting up, making my coffee, logging in, going through emails and, going through the motions. And then when that stopped, I like totally lost it. Like I just fell off my rocker. Like my routine was completely thrown because I had been fired and y'all took my fucking computer. So once I finally did get back to reality, coffee was one of those things that was like, girl, you need to get back to what you're supposed to be doing. It's going to be okay. Find you another job. And it kind of snapped me back into reality. And I was doing some research, and the food and drink industry is the food and beverage industry is one of those top industries that you want to be in if you're looking to start. So kind of put two and two together, took it and ran with it, and now here we are.
Hey, that's what's up. That is really, really
Yeah.
dope. You got a unique coffee shop going on. What are your most top selling products that people love?
So for sure, my apple pie moonshine coffee, it's non-alcoholic, but I don't know. It
Oh,
kind of makes you feel like it's a little something in there, but it's really not. But yeah, my apple pie moonshine. And if you go on my website, I don't know if you went on there, but all of my coffees are named after work shit that we say, like per my last email, 3-day weekend, mandatory training.
mm,
Yeah,
okay.
that's just me being cool. Yeah.
Okay, I did recognize that. I did recognize
Hmm.
that. Okay, so you got some coffee with some alcohol in it though for some adult. So this coffee is for adults though.
Well, so it's not alcoholic, but it's that moon. I don't know if you've ever tasted moonshine, but it's got a little kick to it. I'm gonna just say
Okay.
that.
Okay.
Yeah, it's got a little kick to it.
Okay, that's what's up. That is what's up
Mhm.
though. Okay. For with your business though, you also giving back as well though, right?
Yeah. So this kind of ties into the mental health question that you had asked me earlier. So my husband and I, we live out here in Houston. We have two kids. It's only us, and we are doing everything. But when I tell you that being a parent sometimes is just really exhausting, just being an adult in general is exhausting. And especially when it's just you and your mate doing it and you don't have any type of help. What I wanted to do with Roastic, because it is coffee for adults, I wanted to take a portion of some of the sales I get and just do monthly giveaways, to just kind of come in and help one of my fellow adults who may be needing it. So right now, I'm gonna, even though I've only been open for a week, I'm still gonna be able to do a small little giveaway for March, and I'm just gonna keep it going until I can't go anymore. So it's just, it can be exhausting. So if I could cover a bill or put food on somebody's table, it'll really mean a lot to me, and hopefully it'll help that person. So just paying it forward. That's the
Okay,
short
that's
answer.
all. Yeah, yeah, that's what it's all about, paying it forward and
Yeah.
giving back. So you're gonna be blessed on top of that, for real. You have a website, right, for my listeners and viewers that can go to and get some of your awesome coffee.
Yeah, so if you are a coffee lover, there's other stuff on there too. Check out www.roasticcoffeeco.com and get yourself some coffee. And yeah, subscribe to the email list because there'll be discounts and, all that good stuff coming through there as well.
Okay, cool, cool, cool. You got a lot going on. What keeps you going each
Hmm.
and every day? What keeps you inspired?
Um, my desire to be free, like this working 9 to 5 and file reviews, phone calls, emails, supervisors. I'm so tired of that shit. And I just need to work for myself. I just need to work for myself. That is my ultimate goal, to just be self-employed. Because why am I working 8 to 10 hours a day helping you on your goals? And then by the time I get off, I'm exhausted.
Hmm.
I barely have time to cook dinner. I barely have time to go over homework with the kids. We barely have time to go out for a walk because I've spent the majority of my day, working on your shit instead of working on mine and the things that mean more to me. So that's the answer to that question.
I like it. I definitely like it. And that's what it's all about, being an entrepreneur,
Yeah.
working for yourself, being self-made and doing the things you want to do.
Hmm.
People, like I said earlier, people spend 10, 30 years with a company, 40
Yeah.
years just to get fired, man. Like, no, man, look at it, bro. Like, I want to start something from the bottom. I've been podcasting for 2 years, and I've been getting great reception, great, feedback from it, and I continue to love it. And it's just not
Yeah.
from the podcast; it's just like the editing and everything. And just people
Mm-hmm.
hit me up and was like, "Yo, man, can you edit this or can you do this?" So I'm creating avenues, for myself for the future, and not only for myself but for my son as well. So definitely,
Yes.
definitely to be, a black self-made entrepreneur. That's definitely
Mm-hmm.
important for real. But you
Yeah.
guys, man, we're gonna move on here on the 11:30 podcast, you guys, man. It's time for the WTF moment of the week, you guys. Yes, yes, yes. WTF moment of the week. Each and every week, Brittany, I always share a WTF moment. Whether it's something you may have seen, heard, saw, or whatever the case may be, I'll allow my guests
Uh-oh.
to go first. You have a WTF moment you would like to share?
Let me see. A WTF moment for the week. I'm trying to see. You know what? It's been a peaceful week for me. I don't want to jinx it though. Knock on wood. It's been last week was pretty peaceful. So a WTF moment. Mm, I don't think I have one. Yeah, I don't think I have one. What do you have?
Okay, okay, you ain't got one. Okay, I got one. My WTF moment, man, is crazy. It's crazy. It came from right, not even too far from here, Silver Spring, Maryland.
Hmm.
Think I can't believe what day it was last week, but um, 11 o'clock in the morning, something happened at an apartment building, which led the apartment building to explode. Luckily, no residents were in the house.
Callers reporting heavy fire from the first and second and fourth floors.
The terror started around 10:30 Thursday morning. A security camera at a nearby home captured an explosion at the Friendly Garden Apartments, quickly followed by screams as the building crumbled, while neighbors urgently went door to door, trying to get everyone out.
And the 754 Montgomery, we can see flames.
One building collapsing and another going up in flames that over 100 firefighters worked to put out as heavy smoke filled the sky.
And I saw like one of the women was in the third floor, and she was trying to hand over her infant to someone like down.
3 of the 6 apartment buildings are now unsafe to live in, and dozens of families are without a home. Piles of debris give a glimpse into the destruction that mounted in minutes as blankets and windows hang from nearby trees. Several people who live in that apartment building are still unaccounted for, while 3 others are in the hospital with serious injuries.
I really didn't, think that people might have enough time to get out. So it's a miracle. I really hope there is no casualties.
That was crazy. That's a WTF moment all the way.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, WTF moment all the way though.
Yeah.
But Brittany Harris, I appreciate you joining me here on the 11:30 podcast of this week. Before you go, any shout outs, any questions, anything you'd like to say?
I want to give a shout out to you. Thank you so much for having me. I really, really appreciate it. And, letting me promote my business, my podcast. I had an awesome time. So thank you for having me.
No problem. No problem. Anytime. You're welcome anytime here on the 11:30 podcast. It was a dope vibe, dope time having you on. Once again, Brittany Harris, thank you for coming through here on the show.
All right. You're welcome.
Yo, Brittany Harris, appreciate you joining me this week here on the 11:30 podcast. It was a dope vibe, man. Dope vibe chatting with you on just your dope podcast and the concept of your podcast called Fuck the Boss. For everyone who's listening, for everyone who's watching, the links will be down below. Like you said, man, everybody who's been through it, man. My mom, when the pandemic started, she lost her job, at working as a housekeeper at the hotel. And she's been there for a long time, and it was really crushing. And to see it happen all across the country, all across the world, when the pandemic hit and people just lose their jobs, man, and just get laid off and stuff like that. So it's sad. And whether you're a business owner and seeing things sink for a while, and some people haven't recovered, but also like Brittany Harris was saying, and she failed at her first business and came back and succeeded at this, man. Failure is all a part of the journey in life. You just gotta keep getting back up, and keep going hard at it, man. For real, keep going hard at it. That's what's going to determine what type of person, man, you gonna be, man, heading forward in life, man. So Definitely that. And also, what she said, man, self-love. Self-love is definitely important. Everybody out there who got kids, tell your kids you love them. Give them all the attention in the world, man. For real, because I can't wait till my baby boy come and I give him all the attention in the world. But, it's certain people out here who's dealing with that issue, who didn't have or wasn't exposed to love as a little kid or as a young person or something like that. So it's real difficult. So like I said, man, self-love is definitely important, especially, when it's coming from your parents and stuff like that. So definitely understand everything. Like I said, man, it was a dope vibe. She didn't have a WTF moment. So, man, oh, man, I was looking forward to that. But other than that, once again, Brittany Harris, thank you for coming through here this week on the 1130 podcast. For everyone, man, in Texas, for everyone, wherever you at, DC, Maryland, New York, Florida, Georgia, wherever, man, for real, the links will be down below to Roastic Coffee Company, roasticcoffeeco.com, so you can go get you some dope coffee and some other things up there for real, man. So go check it out, man, for real. And all our social media links will be down below. Man, it's been a dope one, man, for real. This been a dope one. I'm about to head on out of here. I appreciate everyone joining me this Wednesday on EB Radio, and for everyone who's watching on YouTube, thank you guys so much. Shout out to everyone who's listening and tuning in each and every week. Shout out to RG for coming on the show last week. Plump Queen, thank you so much. Shout out to Brittany Harris, my guest this week. And also shout out to the whole EB Radio family and for everyone who support the 1130 podcast a long way. Shout out to my guys Kofi Weaston and good brother Bold of the Dirty Hills podcast. Shout out to Warren Marlowe and my guy Blockhart from Commission, man. We coming back this week. We had to take a little break last week, but we coming back tonight, you guys. Tonight, this evening, 5 p.m. We're going to be on Off the Top Ropes podcast. So definitely tap in and tune in, man, as we talk our crap. With wrestling going on, we on the road to WrestleMania. AEW Revolution was this past Sunday. Man, it's a lot. It is a lot to, digest and chat about, man. But yeah, tune in tonight, you guys, at 5 p.m. or this evening, however you want to look at it, wherever you're in the world. Tune in, Off the Top Ropes podcast, you guys. But man, this has been a dope one. Like I said, I'm about to head on out of here, you guys. Stay blessed and stay safe. Man, I'm just joyful that my baby boy, man, is on. Man, he on the way, man. He on the way, man. But before I go, you know what time it is. Don't forget to follow the 1130 podcast on all social media platforms. Follow me on Twitter at the 1130 podcast. Like the 1130 podcast on Facebook. Subscribe. Yes, subscribe if you haven't done so already to the 1130 podcast here on YouTube. Yes, tell a friend about the 1130 podcast because we're going all the way up, man. For real. We're going all the way up. And yo, the 1130 podcast, Talk Pro Wrestling. Shout out my guest, Jason Banks, who was on last week's episode this past Friday, streaming on YouTube at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Thank you, God. Thank you, my guy, for coming on. Shout out to Helen. Thank you, Helen, for making that interview happen. For everyone, go check out the Honestly Helen podcast. For real, man, that was a dope dive, chopping it up with my guy, Jason Banks, for real. Like I said, man, shout out to the whole EB Radio family and for everyone who's tuning in this week. And the 1130 podcast, Talk Pro Wrestling, will be back this Friday, you guys. Yes, streaming on YouTube, 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time and noon Central. And the audio version will be released the next day. For real, we got some more to talk about, man. Pat McAfee, all my Pat McAfee fans, he got the biggest YouTube show right now, but he had Mr. McMahon on last week, and Mr. McMahon announced that he's going to have a match, or Pat McAfee is going to have a match at WrestleMania, and we saw on this past Friday on SmackDown that it could potentially, if that's locked in, that is Austin Theory. And we all seen what Pat McAfee did when Adam Cole, baby, when Adam Cole was in NXT. So that's going to be dope, man. It's going to be dope. There's a whole lot to look forward to. So definitely, if you're a wrestling fan, definitely tune in this Friday on YouTube and every elsewhere, wherever you get your podcasts the next day. Man, this was a good one. As always, it's March here. We marching strong, man, for real. I'm loving it, man. I'm definitely loving it. I hope the weather is getting nice wherever you at, because it's sort of getting nice here in DC. But yeah, That's enough, man. I'm about to head on out of here. I ain't about to keep rambling. I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your day. Stay blessed, stay safe. Give all the glory to God, man. Won't he do it, man? For real. He will. Yo, it's your man Dre, aka Dre on Wheels, and I'm out.